that we are not able to do these things, but we want to do those things. Okay.
Can I just
Yes,
want to touch a point that you guys finished your maybe we'll go to other subjects. I didn't want to lose the focus on it, but you talk about morality and about individual choice. I think from my experience, one good angle to take on this, like I said, we have to put them on the back foot and give them the questions, is to say, look, it's the question of fundamentally who decides right and wrong. We have to live in any society, we need to have rules and laws. Where they're saying this is something right, it should be allowed to be open, and we're saying no, we consider it wrong. So on any issue, who's going to define right and wrong? And when you break that down, if you say you leave it to man, then fundamentally, depending on where you're from, what your experiences are in life, people are going to differ from what you think, it comes from your mind, what you think is right, what you think is wrong. For us, obviously, we say it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, etc. And I say, well, no. I mean, if you can prove there's a creator, and he's the one who created it, and he's all-knowing, all-knowledgeable, then obviously, and he made us, then obviously he knows what's right and wrong for us better than the creation itself. So ultimately, the discussion comes back to that point, which is...
I think that's absolutely right, but let me tell you something. Let's be completely honest, yeah? Let's be totally honest. And let me give you two thought experiments. Okay, two thought experiments. If somebody is a white man in England, not you, he comes to one of our sisters wearing hijab, and in a very gentle and nice way, he says, listen, I just want to ask you a question out of sincerity and authenticity. Why do you wear this on your head? And then she starts answering. She says, look, we believe in God. We believe that, this is happening, and God is telling us these things are right and these things are wrong, and this is whatever, yeah? Is there anything unusual about what I've just said? Like, if any of you were privy to that conversation, would you consider that to be an unusual conversation? No. Okay, that's socially acceptable and it's respectful, whatever, yeah? If I were to give you a thought experiment too, Muslim man, maybe looks like me, and he approaches two lesbians in the streets holding hands. I said, please, just hold on for a second, I have a question. Are you in a relationship with each other? Sexual, okay, whatever? Yes we are. Can I ask you to tell me why you believe it's okay to be in a relationship like that?
Just answer that, no problem.
No, it's not socially acceptable.
It's not the same.
It's not socially acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
Some of them would say it's none of your business. I promise you, the majority of them will say it's none of your business, and that answer, if they said it's none of your business, would be socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? But if the Muslim sister said to the guy, it's none of your business, it would be seen as a little bit rude. Now the reason why I'm saying these two things is, we are expected to bow and bend over backwards for the white man.
Yeah.
That's the truth of the matter. We are. Wallah, we are. And what I'm saying is that sometimes you just don't need to offer a single justification. And that's where the height of confidence is. I tell you, I've been doing this in my life with certain people. Not people who I consider to be sincere, but they'll come to me, especially the press, because I've been getting attacked recently, and I've been answering in the most, and they don't know how to. I can guarantee you, this is a very effective strategy. They'll say, "Why did you say this and that and this and whatever? Why did you do this and why are you doing this or wherever it may be?" And sometimes the best answer is this: listen to this one, yeah, because I want to. Wallahi. Because I want to. And what? If you think about it really carefully, just for a second, how can you refute that? Because I want to is almost irrefutable. What are you going to say? Oh, what, you shouldn't want to?
Why do you want to?
Now, if they get into the why do you want to? It's not your business. So it goes back to that, right? What I'm saying is sometimes we just have to. This is inventing a new culture. What made the civil rights movement so successful in the 1960s, with black people in particular, is because they had an attitude shift. It wasn't necessarily because they had the best intellectual arguments. It's because they were willing to change their attitude from a servile, submissive, slavish attitude. Yeah, we'll take it from the back. We'll give it, flog me. Yeah, no problem. To, you know what? No, actually, what are you talking about? And it was that attitudinal shift which created the change. For us, we don't need to learn. We don't need to learn arguments. We need to change attitudes. Because
if we want to win them and convince them,
that's a different story.
That's a different story.
Yeah, well, remember, we started, the premise here is, if they are not sincere. If they're sincere, like these Latin Americans that we're seeing around coming, honestly asking many questions, we've seen them, we have a duty of care. But if they're coming and you know, we are human beings. We have a certain level of farasa, we have a certain level of psychological understanding. You know who is the well-wisher, the sincere one, from who is trying to leverage you and manipulate you and antagonize you. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, He says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مَن يَرْتَدَّ مِنكُمْ عَنْ دِينِهِ فَسَوْفَ يَأْتِي اللَّهُ بِقَوْمٍ يُحِبُّهُمْ وَيُحِبُّونَهُ أَذِلَّةٍ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ عَزَّةٍ عَلى الْكَافِرِينَ يُجَاهِدُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَلَا يَخَافُونَ لَوْمَةَ لَائِمٍ. Look at the sifat that has been put in. أَذِلَّ عَلى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. They are very humble with the believers. عَزَّةٍ عَلى الْكَافِرِينَ. They are mighty with the believers. It's asl actually. The asl, the way we should be. Because if you want to protect yourself in the dunya, you have to have the izzah. Which is why, a famous poet, he said, but Jahili poet, and don't take it literally, he said, "Man lam yadhlum an-nas, yadhlam." Whoever doesn't oppress the people will be oppressed. Meaning, it's al-majaz, don't oppress people. If you don't act mighty and tough and rough, they're gonna deal with you. It's either you're gonna be the shepherd or the sheep. You're gonna deal with, or you're gonna get dealt with. That's why Amr ibn Shaddad, he said, "Hakkim siyufaka fi riqab al-'udali." He said, use your swords, let it be the hakam in the necks of the individuals who are like your opponents. وَإِذَا دَخَلْتَ بِدَارِ ذُلٍّ فَارْحَلِ. And if you go to a place of humiliation, then leave the place. وَإِذَا لَقِيتَ ظَالِمٌ كُنْ ظَالِمًا. And if you see someone who's oppressive, then be oppressive with them. Once again, be rough with the rough one, be wild with the wild one. وَإِذَا لَقِيتَ ذَوَى الْجَهَلَةِ فَاجْهَلْ. And if you see the one who's wild guy, then be even more wild with them. So we need to just remember, it's our attitude that needs to change. These guys, they shouldn't be asking us questions like, why do you believe that homosexual? If they're coming at you with roughness, then just remember, come at them at roughness. What do you mean? Why not? This and that. What do you mean? Why do you believe it's okay? No, you explain yourself. We're not the defendant and then the plaintiff. They're not the judge and we're the on trial. None of that is applicable to us. So I think if we change the attitude, a lot of it will follow. Inshallah.